Hello, fellow traders. Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you Monday, October the 18th. The year's 2021. Let's talk trading. High-low analysis. These videos are for educational purposes only, and your results may differ from mine. So, high-low analysis. What am I talking about? Well, first thing is I'm going to talk about how to analyze price, using the highs and lows and using your eyes. Now, of course, I have a few indicators to help us along the way. So I'll just go ahead and show you the indicators right here. The spread dots just will put the bid and the ask. Template name, price occurs. That's just this display right here. Then I have the TRO 2017 price action support resistance, and it'll show the highs when they repeat, or when a high becomes a low or a low becomes a high. And it'll also show support resistance, but we're not talking about that at the moment. And then TRO HL5 that I have set to show only show the highs and lows that haven't been crisscrossed, the buttons indicator, and then a fractal radar indicator down here that I've modified to show how many times the highs and lows have occurred over the last 60 bars at these levels. So as you can see, that's a few different things to go over. And what I will do is I will eliminate a few things here so we can take things kind of from the beginning. So looking at the highs and the lows that haven't been crisscrossed, it should be obvious how price is ranging at the moment. Because right now we're ranging between the last hour, and then we didn't break the high from 2 hours ago, and we haven't broken the low from 5 hours ago. So we're kind of in that range. And then here's a range right here from 6 hours ago. Some people would call this the master candle right here, because the next 4 candles are within the high and the low. And then we have an inside bar right here. You see now followed by an outside bar. So, but all of that analysis is based on highs and lows. Inside bar means the high is less than the previous high and the low is greater than the previous low. An outside bar, the high is greater than the previous high and the low is greater than the previous low. I'm sorry, the low is less than the previous low on the outside bar. So, and the master candle says the next 4 candles can't break the high or the low. So that's the kind of setup we have right now. Price is just ranging back and forth. And we know, based on the hour of the day, based on the day of the week, that chances are price is going to start to break out of these highs and lows. Now, of course, with TRO HL5, if we're just showing the high and the low and only show not crisscross. See, if we set that to false, then the chart looks like a mess. So by just looking at the ones that haven't been crisscrossed, it tells us a lot. Now, of course, you could do this by hand. You could plot highs and lows, and then if it gets crisscrossed, you could take it off your chart. But this is why we have computers, right? So that's just using HL5 and your eyeballs, and you can see this. Now, with the price occurs indicator that I wrote, it tells me that this current price right here, 137.29, now, the most recent bar where that had this price within the high and the low was 1 bar ago, And then the most distance bar, because I'm looking at 1,440 bars, obviously you can tell I use this on a 1-minute chart. It was 1,054 bars ago. And this price has occurred 62 times out of 440 bars. It's been a high price 3 times and a low price 1 time. That's on the, and this is on H1, okay? So what does that tell you? Well, if it's been a high 3 times, that means price stopped at the high there 3 times. And if it's been a low 1 time, price only stopped at the low 1 time. Where do you think price would go from this point? You think it would go up or down? Well, given the fact that we've got a bearish candle right here, and it's been a high 3 times and a low only once, probably it goes down. I don't know. It's really not that many times, but we'll just wait and see what's going on. So it starts to go down here. Now, I'm sure you guys are drooling over this fractal radar indicator because it's eye candy. Or maybe you're saying I'm not worried about it. And why do I have this on the chart? Because now what you can do is, the original version just showed fractals, but I kind of like the way this display works. So let's see, I think I need to move this up a bit. Yeah. So what it does is it puts the price where you're at right here in the middle, and I make it. And in the original, it was bigger, and I didn't like that, so I liked everything the same. And then I also changed the colors. But you see here how things just changed. So when this price changes, the middle will change. And you can see how many times this price has been the high and low across all the time frames, but you can see it for the next 5 versus the next 5 up and the next 5 down. So you can see if there's more highs here than the lows here, well, chances are price is probably going to go down, and vice versa. If there's more lows than highs, chances are price is going to go up. But if you look here at H1, there's something very interesting. You've got 2, 3, then 1, 1, and above you've got 2, 1, 1, 1. So it's kind of saying, to me, this is telling me that this is probably going to range here for a little bit longer. Not much is going to happen. And as you can see on the chart, not much is really happening. It's pretty much sticking right around this area. And last week when Walmart and I were trading this 37.25, and you can look left, you can see just how price is just kind of sticking around this area. And if you scrunch the chart, you can see once again here around this area what happened. And if you go and turn this into a daily chart, you can just look back and see how this 25 psychological level area, price is just doing a little oscillation around there. And put this back to the H1. Now, you can see when I change the time frames, the high-low indicator clicks back on. So what we can do is turn off HL5, and we can just look at the price action. So you can see here where the lows hit the same level, the highs hit the same level. And at this point, I don't see a low becoming a high or a high becoming a low. on this particular time frame. So right here we had a high 29 bars ago, and then the high this hour, same. So what this is showing, the fractal radar doesn't count the current bar, so you can see one bar happened. And so right here you can see this low was a low 9 bars ago, and it actually looks like it was 2 of them because it's kind of overwriting. And then this low here, there's a low 2 bars ago and a bar 11 bars ago, where the lows, H1 lows, were the same. And what this does is, just so you know, it normalizes the number, because those 5 digits, it just throws things off. So that's why you see 4-digit as opposed to 5. That way, anything within that range, that 1 pip or 10-point range, 1 pip range, will show up. In this case is 137.26. So that would be 26.0 through 26.9. If I remember correctly, or it might be 25.5 to 26.5 would be 26. I'd have to look it up, but it all evens out over time. So you can see here, price now looks like it wants to test this low here. And you can see this huge master candle, so we're still within that range. And this is an inside bar, and this is an inside bar. And so far we have another inside bar, and we'll see if we get the breakout. So, when we say look left, this is one of the things we're looking at. We're looking at the highs and lows that have happened before and thinking, okay, what's price probably going to do? Then it's like, what is price doing? And if our analysis matches up with what price is doing, then we know we've pretty much called the shot. But when they don't match up, then we know it's just the market's doing what the market wants to do. So we might think price should bounce at this area, but price could just as well break through. And that's why we have stop losses. And so if you look back here, you could call this hairy hindsight, but if price doesn't make a new high, that means it's not going up, it's going to reverse off the high. So if price doesn't make a new low, it's going to reverse off the low. And once again, the reason why these lows don't have lines drawn is because there wasn't a candle, another low within 1 pip. So we don't have that doubling. So, fellow traders, I know I've given you a lot to think about, so obviously we'll be revisiting high-low probably for the rest of the week, get into these indicators a little bit more, and with the exception of this indicator, the TRO price action, support resistance, you can get these out of the motherload file, and if you've donated or if you've emailed me, you probably already have these indicators. So just remember, though, doesn't matter what indicators you have on your chart, because it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is TheRumpledOne, over and out.